Shout out Q. Shout out Q. Shout out Q. Shout out Q.
Coach Garland Williams joining me. Obviously not the result you want, Coach, but you kept it pretty close throughout the entirety of the game. Just what stood out to you and your team?
Well, one, they just have a little more quickness than what we have compared to they're bigger guys. They had a young man that came in that gave us a little trouble, and they got some second attempts on quite a few opportunities, and that especially once we got down by 5, and we closed that lead a little bit, but we got a couple extra chances at it, and then it ballooned up to 11, and that was tough because we tend to right now been struggling from double-digit leads.
And in that fourth quarter, I think you guys missed something like 6 free throws. I mean, is that frustrating as a coach to not get those opportunities?
No doubt. It's very frustrating. I mean, 2 Fauquier games. We make free throws in both of those games, away and at home. Away, we win the game. At home, it doesn't go in overtime. So, that's one of those things we spend a lot of time on. Just it's been one of those Achilles heels for us this year.
And you mentioned just not capitalizing on those opportunities, like in missing those shots. And with that, too, I know that's pretty frustrating, but how do you look to work with your players on stuff like that in terms of those missed opportunities to not have those mistakes in the future?
Well, you continue to, work on free throw shooting. You don't back off of it, and you try to, maybe do some extra free throw shooting, maybe some extra focus type activities such as, you don't make them, then we run, or put pressure on yourself. You're down by so many points, so many seconds in the game. You got to make free throws, those type of things to hopefully, have the guys be used to making free throws at pressure times.
Reith Poehler had a pretty decent scoring night. Just how valuable of a player is he for you guys?
Reith has come along here in these last 4 to 5 games. He's been handling the pressure of most of the teams fairly well for a sophomore, and he also has been able to take opportunity of his scoring situations when he had openings. We brought him up as a freshman last year and struggled a little bit, but he held on, and now we're seeing some benefits of that, bringing him up from last year. So hopefully that'll pan out here for us in these next games as we play.
And what's the importance, Coach, just looking off the court, coming together? I know it's a rivalry, Sherando and Millbrook, but coming off the court, the Love Loud game, recognizing cancer survivors and honoring those who lost their battle. What is that like, just coming together as a community of Sherando and Millbrook and supporting that cause?
Oh, well, it's a great thing to do, especially I take it very personal because my mother was a breast cancer survivor, and eventually breast cancer did take her, and she was 61 years old, and that has been pretty tough. It'll be 20 plus years here. Coming in September, we lost our mother. So one is every time we have this game, that's where my thought goes. So one is, she suffered, and all those folks that we see stand up and receive carnations and so forth, that's we all think about, and this prayerfully one of these days we find a cure for this dreadful disease.
Coach Garland Williams, really appreciate your time, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Rylee Baker, lead scorer in the game win against Sherando. Seemed like Sherando kept it tough for quite a while, but stayed in there. Classic Northwestern District game. Just take me through your thoughts.
Yeah, so the first half went through, and we weren't really doing anything. We were down, and we knew that we had to win this game to get home court advantage for playoffs. And we just came out the second half, just scoring and stuff, and just getting open looks and playing harder.
Sort of the same as before. You're down and the message comes and you come back out and get the victories. That's sort of the same mindset in this case.
Yes, sir.
I mean, what was your mentality going into that second half? I mean, you scored most of the points. And
My shots weren't falling the first half, and I just knew I had to go out there and just do my thing because I know I could score like that and just get to the rack because I wasn't getting to the basket like that, like I usually do.
And do you think that changed in the second half? What do you think changed yourself? You were getting more in a rhythm, getting more comfortable, or what?
Yeah, getting more comfortable, just going through to the basket, making more moves, just getting more comfortable around the rim instead of taking those shots.
When you have a night like tonight, when maybe Sean and Kyle's shots aren't falling, I mean, do you feel it's kind of upon yourself to take that leadership role and take more shots?
Yeah, I had to step up because they weren't really. I was kind of mad at them. They weren't really producing like they should, and I had to step up. Someone had to step up and got the job done.
And how does this feel for confidence, a big Northwestern District win, moving forward as we're almost to the tail end of the season here?
Yeah, it's a huge win. We needed it, and it's going to help us for playoffs when we get home court advantage.
Love loud game, obviously, tonight. I mean, who was that you gave the flower to after the game?
That was my aunt. Yeah.
What's her name?
Teresa.
How do you spell that?
T-E-Teresa.
So live, love, loud game. Obviously, a crosstown opponent in Sherando. But what does that mean for you, just personally and as the team, getting together as a community in support of like one common ground, if you get what I mean?
Yeah, we all used to play basketball together, and we just know each other's moves and stuff, and we had to just go out there and just do different stuff because they knew our moves and stuff.
No, but in regards to the ceremony in between games, that community just gathering together, like you're on the court facing off against each other, but coming together to support one common cause.
It was great.
I mean, your aunt specifically, I mean, what does that say? Was she battling cancer? Has she battled cancer?
She battled cancer, and I just had to go out there and play for her because.
You know what kind of cancer it was?
I don't know that.
Rylee, appreciate your time. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Coach Erick Green Sr., a big district win over the Sherando Warriors. I know Sherando kept it close for some of the time, but your kids in there battling through adversity. Just what do you take away from the game?
Well, I think we struggled a little bit. Still got a little upset because of the loss with Hanley, and so we kind of came out a little sluggish, and then picked it up, played in spurts. My seniors kind of struggled tonight, and they got to be give us more. They got to provide more. They know that. We talked about it after the game. We just got to make better decisions. So, but other than that, man, I thought it was a good team win, and Rylee Baker had stepped up and had a great game, and we had some kids come off the bench and play some great defense and made some big plays for us, and it's a team win tonight.
And you mentioned there, I mean, your seniors not having their best game. How big was it for Rylee to kind of step up and fill that gap for them when they're not scoring like they have been?
Well, the funny thing is Rylee, I tease him a lot because, this was his really first year playing varsity football. And so he was kind of struggling after football season to get back in basketball shape and get the feel back to the ball and get his shooting back on tack. And now he's got it back on tack, and this is the Rylee Baker that we need and we expect to see every night. And Rylee's a great ball player, and he stepped up tonight and proved it.
And was there sort of a message, again, like in past when we've spoke, when your guys aren't playing the best, and coming back out and getting that win, obviously 11-plus point lead towards the back end of the game. And with that message, how huge is it that your guys are coming together, realizing what the issue is on the court and fixing it right then and there to get the win?
Well, I mean, it's just maturity, and I think, at times we lack that. But we're getting better. We're getting better. Everybody, I got a bunch of scorers. I got kids who can score. They all want an opportunity to score, but they have to, understand that there's a certain time that certain shots should be taken and certain shots shouldn't be taken. So once we get that established and figure it out, I think we'll be fine.
I think Daniel had 8 points in that first half. I mean, how big was he off the bench to kind of come in and give you some points there?
Well, Clater, man, he's a good kid, and he plays with a lot of energy, and he brings it every game. And I challenged him a little bit tonight to come in and be more aggressive. And Sherando's got a pretty tall team, and so he stepped up to the challenge tonight. I'm gonna have to have a long talk with him about pregame meals because somehow it ended up on the floor. So.
Coach, off the court, a night like this, coming together as a community to honor those who lost their battle with cancer and cancer survivors. Just what does that mean for you as a team in the community, Millbrook and Sherando?
I know a lot of people that have lost their battle to cancer, and I know a lot of people that are survivors, and this is good to come together, recognize the people who have lost the battle, and then also recognize the people who survived the battle. And anytime you can bring the attention to a good cause like this and be able to make money and donate money back to organizations that's helping these cancer victims, it's a great thing.
And with how tight, the seedings and the records are, I mean, going into tonight, was there any added message or motivation for you guys just kind of lock up this win?
Oh yeah, it was big. It was a lot. We needed to win today's game, and we also need to win tomorrow's game to lock down the number 2 seed, and therefore we'd have home court advantage. We don't want to be on the road the first game of the regions. So that was really big for us tonight, and we have one more game left tomorrow at Kettle Run, and hopefully we can, pull that one off and get that second seed and get that home court advantage.
You mentioned second seed, and your players, they know they're in the playoffs, but how do you keep them composed knowing there's one more game left? A win gets you home court.
Well, like I said, I have a group that's kind of immature, and I don't want to say they're all immature, but, they're kids. They're high school kids. They're trying to figure it out. They don't know what it means for home court advantage. They're just playing basketball, man. I understand it because I've been through it. These guys never had the opportunity to go on a state run or, through regionals and play in states. So, this is something new to them, and I'm helping guide them through it. We're really, the goal is to beat Charlottesville and then get another shot at Handley. And, looking really, I think we may have a little surprise for Handley.
What do you mean by that? I mean, can you share anything about that surprise?
Well, they think that they dominated us the first 2 games. And, if you notice the score, you notice the way the game was played. We wasn't blown out like they've been blowing a lot of these teams out. We hung right there with them this last game. And, first time they beat us by 18, this time 14. The kids recognize their mistakes. They're hungry. So it's going to be an exciting game. I would tell everybody, hey, that's a game you don't want to miss.
Coach Erick Green Sr., really appreciate the time and congratulations.
Thank you very much.